Hello everyone, my name is Roman, and in this video I will be showing you this exciting TV box from the Ugoos. It's SK2 model. It's really shiny. It's really great TV box, and in this video I'm gonna be showing you its specs. I'm gonna be running some tests, so you will see everything by yourself. So this TV box comes in this package, and here you can see Google TV. So basically what's important is that this TV box is Google certified. So if you're watching some streaming apps like Disney, Prime Video, Netflix, if you have a highest premium subscription and you want to watch your content, TV shows, films, whatever in 4K, because this TV box has Widevine L1 certification, it will totally output your videos, your TV shows and films in 4K. So that is really nice, because most of the TV boxes doesn't have it. So yeah, so they can't output from the certified like from the Prime Video, from the Netflix, whatever, Disney Plus, they will not output 4K, but this TV box will totally output 4K video stream. So it has like OK Google, Google Cast, and every other Google feature. Yeah, here you can see Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, but we will test it later. Here you can see what comes in the box. It is Ugoos SK2, Bluetooth remote, power adapter, HDMI cable, manual. Yeah, nothing too fancy. So the power adapter, I have it plugged inside, but whatever. It's 12 volts and 1 amp, so it's 12 watts power adapter. And the HDMI cable is 1.5 meters long. Yeah, so probably it is 2.0, but it will totally output Dolby Vision and HDR Adaptive, but we will test it later. So here you have a remote, you have these apps here, and I'm gonna tell you a little feature. You see this small button? So basically you can bind any app here, you just hold it, and you will select, you could select any your favorite app, and basically later you just press this button once, and the TV box will open this app. So yeah. Also there is a voice search. Yeah, you could switch inputs. You could one more feature is that this remote, you could turn your TV and your AV receiver. You could totally bind this button. So later I'll show you how it works, but you could totally use it to power all of your devices, not only the TV box, but your AV receiver, your TV, and same goes for the volume. Actually right now I'm using it to increase or decrease volume for my AV receiver, but for me it's not necessary, because my TV and AV receiver have HDMI jack. But yeah, it's actually a nice feature. So in order to power this remote, you will need 2 AAA batteries. Batteries won't come with this TV box, so yeah, 2 AAA batteries, and that's it. You could totally use it. Actually, my TV box is disconnected. If I press the button, my TV will power on. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Yeah. Okay, let me turn it off. Okay. So let's look at this TV box. So here you have this indicator when your TV box is turned on, and later in settings you could select the intensity of this LED. It could be 100% or 50%. So yeah. Here you have like USB Type C. You have this reset button there, which you could press with the needle to reset TV box, and USB Type A port. So what is important? Both ports are USB 2.0, so this max speed will be limited to 350 megabits. So both USB Type-C port and the USB Type-A port are 2.0 ports. But for watching films, it is not that important, because the highest bitrate that I found for the whatever Blu-ray rip, it was like 80 megabits. Yeah. Here you have SPDIF output for your old TV receiver. Here you have HDMI output, LAN port. The LAN port is 100 megabits, so it's not a gigabit LAN. So just remember, this is 100 megabits LAN port. Actually, I'm using this TV box with the USB Type-C Ethernet adapter. I'm totally satisfied. Here you can see this DC power port, yeah, and basically that is it. Here you can see this Dolby Vision, Atmos, whatever other stuff, and yeah, so it's not that big TV box. So just to compare remotes, here is my original Philips OLED 908 remote, and this is Ugoos SK2 remote. Yeah, so that's how they look. This one is a little bit lighter than this one. Yeah, but I can use both of the remotes if I need to. So actually, for me, it's not that important. I could use this remote to control the TV box and my TV, or I could use this remote to control TV box. So yeah. Also, what I wanted to mention, of course, I'm gonna be running some tests, and one more thing is that this TV box has same GPU as my Philips OLED 908 TV, so they both have same GPU. Yeah, so just to remember. And now let me show you some tests and some benchmarks of this TV box. Okay, so first let me show you some benchmarks that are really important. This will be for the people who like numbers, whatever. So the manufacturer of this TV box is the Skywolf Digital. It is Ugoos Ultra HD Google TV STB. So I did this test while I was using USB Type-C Ethernet adapter, and basically if you're running tests using the Ethernet LAN or USB Type-C Ethernet adapter, you will get higher scores compared to Wi-Fi connection. So yeah, just like that's how it goes. So the CPU information, it is ARM v8, ARM processor, Cortex A55. I hope you can see it. So here you can see all the other important specs: clock max speed, clock minimum speed. Here you can see Antutu benchmark CPU float, 2829. Yeah. So the memory information. So basically this is Realtek RTD 1325 chip. So yeah. Here is a disk recording speed. It is 271 megabits. Yeah. So eMMC memory, manufacturer is a Skywolf Digital. Okay. So here you can see GPU information. GPU renderer is a Mali G57. So basically my Philips OLED has same GPU. Antutu benchmark score, it is 10,770. That is important. So here you can see the modes HDR hardware support, and it says HDR10 SLG. But basically, while I was running this test, the Dolby Vision was turned off. I have this other test here. I think it was this one. Yeah. So basically, I run the other tests with the Dolby Vision turned on, and yeah, HDR10, HDR10 Plus, HLG, and the Dolby Vision. So everything works fine. Okay, so 4K resolution, whatever other stuff. Here you can see information about my TV. So yeah, most important stuff here is the AnTuTu benchmark GPU speed, the CPU float, and disk recording speed. Yes, disk recording speed 271. And where is this CPU float? So what is nice about this benchmark that we could, yes, CPU float, you can see this number here, 2829. So what is great about this benchmark that we could compare all other devices, their specs with this benchmark. Yeah, so whatever. Here, what I wanted to show you, wait. Okay, so here I've made a Geekbench 5.5.1, and this is the score I got. Yes, it is not that big, but actually this TV box works quite fast. So yeah, basically I was able to install only this Geekbench. I couldn't install latest, so I did this test. Also here I did a slingshot test. Yeah, so I get 1000 points for the slingshot. Basically, I'm showing these benchmarks for the people who like numbers, just like me. And here, okay, one moment. Here you can see AnTuTu 5.7.5 scores. Let me show you here. So totally we have like 38,099 score. And okay, and for the other specs, you can see them here. Yeah. So this is about benchmarks. So basically, for the people who like numbers, as I do, so with those actually with this benchmark, you could compare like phones and like TVs and TV boxes and see their like how many points they get. Yeah. So let's see how this TV box performs with UI. Let me run other tests, and you can see everything by yourself. Okay, so here we are looking at the main screen, and as you can see, the UI is fast, it's snappy, I don't see any flaws, it works totally perfect. So about this remote, here I'm gonna show you the settings. So basically, you can use your remote to control volume of your AV receiver. You could set it up here, so no problem with that. Also, this TV box has its own volume, so if you would need to regulate volume only for your TV box, you can totally check this UHT Google SVTB, and you'll see that I'm changing the volume only for my TV box, and my receiver volume stays the same, but I'm using auto. Also here you could pair your remote to turn on and turn off your TV. Of course, with HDMI tech, I can use my Philips original remote with this TV box, but I like the SK2 remote more, so no problem with that. Okay, so let's see how the voice search works. Okay, tell me a joke.
Did you hear about the two antennas that got married? The ceremony was okay, but the reception was great.
Okay, one more.
Why can't a bicycle stand on its own? It's too tired.
Okay, nice joke. So as you can see, voice search works fine, works fast, so no problem with that. Those are actually quite benefits that you have a voice search, so you don't need to type everything, and you could just use your voice for the input. Okay, so let me show you some few more settings about video. Here you can choose your resolution and your refresh rate. So actually those that I have are quite a lot: 60 Hz, 59, 50, 30, 29, 25, 24 and 23. Okay, so for the HDR output mode I'm using input and HDR adaptive, and later I'm gonna show you one bug that should be fixed in near future about Dolby Vision. But here those are settings, text scaling, match content frame rate. I'm using that, so I'm gonna be testing it and showing you how the match content frame rate works. It's actually quite nice feature, but I'm gonna show it to you later. So game mode, format selection. Here you can choose the formats or see the formats that this box will output. As you can see, Dolby Vision disabled, and later I'm gonna explain you why it is happening, but it should be fixed near future. Here you can see AISR. This is upscaling for the HD content. Later, of course, I'm gonna show you that how it works. For the audio, those things you can select. Of course, if you have a home theater or some soundbar, whatever, you better use the pass-through. Here you can see Matte or Dolby Digital Plus and some Dolby audio settings. But for me, it is not necessary to use them because I'm using the pass-through. So here you can select never use surround sound. So if you have like stereo setup, it will just pass through stereo signal to your speakers. Okay, so here are actually some settings that I wanted to show you. Those should be in developer settings. Wait, I think it's here. You can enable developer options. So if you scroll all the way down, here you can choose the performance mode. So it should make your TV box work a little bit better. Here I set window animation size and those things to 0.5. Of course, you could turn it off and it will work even faster. So yeah, those are the settings, nothing too fancy. It's basically Google TV. Okay, so if you're like Prime Video or Netflix guy or whatever, you're watching, you're searching for a TV box that will support all this license wideband DRMs, whatever. So this TV box totally support them. Here you can see that CNC clear key 1.2 supported, wideband L1 is supported. So basically all of your streaming services will work in 4K HDR if they support it. And if you have like a proper subscription, this TV box will output 4K signal without any problem. So it's totally certified, Google certified TV box. And of course, it has all the Google features like Google Cast, Google Search, whatever. So you could set it up and you're good to go. Okay, so we're done with that. Let me show you the internet speed. As I said before, I'm using the Ethernet adapter. Of course, the speed will be limited to the USB 2.0. I think it should stay somewhere around 100 megabits to 150 megabits. And as you can see, probably I will reach those speeds. But actually, it is more than enough for watching films or TV shows. Of course, the Ethernet more stable, but you could totally use a Wi-Fi because this board supports Wi-Fi 6, so no problem with that. And as you can see, 300 megabits average speed, it is more than enough. Okay, so let me show you the AIDA64. Here you can see all of those specs: 4 gigs of RAM and internal storage, total space, and the free space. Of course, I already put some files inside the memory to test them. Here you can see all those other settings if it's necessary, but probably not. So here you can see the CPU, the display, it shows that 60 Hz. Here you can see all these other things if it's necessary. Google 12, snow cone. Okay, so thermal doesn't show up. 31 Celsius. Okay, apps, codecs. I will scroll it so you can see what this TV box supports. Okay, directories, system files, and stuff like that. So yeah, those were AIDA64 information. Of course, let me show you a little bit quickly that I set up my Projectivity Launcher here. I think it works a little bit better, but I disable it just to show you the original Google UI. But later you could totally use your own launcher if you would need. So okay, and now let's test all the other important things. Let's start with the auto frame rate. Here I have a SmartTube app. Okay, it's my account. So basically, if I scroll down to the settings, I will select the auto frame rate supported modes, and those are everything that my TV supports. And here you can see the panel is in 60 Hz right now. Okay, so if I click to search, tether, okay, motion interpolation test, TV, okay. So what is important is like 24p, because most of the films are filmed in 23.965 Hz. So if I click here, it's in 60 Hz right now. So if I play this video, as you can see, my panel refresh rate was changed to 24 Hz. So the auto frame rate works as expected. So yeah, if I click here, I think it will be in 60 Hz. Oh, okay, it's 30 Hz. So it actually matches the content frame rate. So yeah, I think here, let's do a voice search. I don't see 25 FPS videos here, maybe. Okay, I need to search 25 FPS test video. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. I need to tell it once again. 25 FPS video. 5 FPS video. Okay, sorry. Let's try it one more time. 25 FPS video. Okay, great. 25 FPS. So I think this one should be 25. Okay, sorry. Okay, I turned off the volume, and as you can see, it totally changed the panel refresh to the 25 Hz. So yeah, no problems with that. The auto frame rate catches up really nice and works flawlessly without any problems. So of course, one feature about this TV box that it has this AI upscale. So basically what it does, it makes HD, full HD picture a little bit better, a little bit sharper, I guess. So, okay. HDR video, wait. HDR video. Okay. So if I would select, some of these videos are not really in HDR. Okay, let's select that and go to the HQ settings, video formats. Let me change to 720p, 60 fps, whatever. Okay. Okay, it will need to load. So yeah, actually, from my perspective, I can see that it is not a 4K video, but it's I would guess that it would be full HD, but actually it's a HD playing. So yeah, it's actually hard to explain. You have to be sitting here to understand what I'm seeing. But the AI upscale makes it work. So it will make your picture look HD videos look more detailed. So yeah, it's actually nice that they have it. So if you're watching like old TV shows, you should totally enable and use it. Yeah. Okay, so now let's test most important stuff. Let's test the Dolby Vision. Yes, let's test the audio codecs. Let's test DTS-X and Dolby True HD and see how they work. Okay, so let's test some audio codecs, but first let me show you the JellyFish test. So basically, some people were complaining that without gigabit LAN, movies will stutter and won't work properly, whatever. So I think it was this one. Yes, it is my phone. I'm actually filming on it. So currently my phone is connected with Wi-Fi 6 and TV box is connected through the Ethernet adapter. But I already did test with both devices over the Wi-Fi with connection with Wi-Fi 6. So here is like 100 and 180 megabits JellyFish test. So just see for yourself that it works like fine. It is buffering. So there won't be any problems if you if you connect through the Wi-Fi 6 or through the Ethernet adapter. Your TV box will totally play 180 megabits files. Look, it has buffer, it has everything. So yeah, you shouldn't be worrying about high bitrate videos, because the biggest bitrate that I saw for the 8 gigs movie was like something like 82 megabits, and that was like Dolby Vision, 4K, UHD, BD, whatever. But this file is 180, so you have plenty of bandwidth, so don't worry. Okay, so let's test some audio codecs. Let's start with like this one, DTS-HD High Resolution audio, and see if this TV box will output it. So let's check my receiver. Okay, one moment. Okay, as you can see, DTS-HD High Resolution audio works fine, and I think the bitrate was like 96 whatever. I mean sampling frequency. Let's play it one more time. I think it was like 96. So actually I don't know about much, didn't see that much high resolution audio files. Actually, I think I have to wait a little bit and it will show the sampling frequency. Okay. So this TV box plays the high resolution audio, DTS high resolution audio without any problem. Okay. So next let's test the DTS-X. Okay. Now, and also we will test the HDR10 if this TV box outputs it. So okay, we have like HDR10 Adaptive, and let's look at receiver.
It's a beautiful planet. We have
IMAX DTS-X. As you can see, IMAX DTS-X.
perfectly designed to support billions of humans, and it's pretty amazing to see how much effort we had to put into designing and building the space station.
Okay,
But what if
so if you have IMAX enabled receiver which has like IMAX DTS-X, whatever, this TV box totally can output it without any problem. So you could watch your IMAX movies if you have any. Okay, so let's test Dolby True HD and Dolby True HD Atmos. Once again, I'm opening it up with the KoDi, and let's look at my receiver. Sorry, too much light, it is reflecting. Okay, DTS-HD, it is Dolby True HD.
A Dolby Atmos soundtrack transport.
Okay, so you would ask me, but where is the Dolby Atmos? Basically, when my speaker setup is set to 5.1, I won't be getting any Dolby Atmos, but let's put it 5.1.4. Go back and see what will happen. Okay, sorry. One moment.
Actors and studios quickly embraced the creative power of
Dolby
Dolby
Atmos
Atmos
True
for the
HD.
cinema. And now Dolby is ready to bring that experience to your home. Look for Dolby Atmos releases of your favorite movie.
Okay, let me put everything back. And as you can see, this TV box can totally output Dolby True HD Atmos by amps. Okay, so but let me explain one more thing, that it will output True HD, Atmos and DTS-X only with KoDi and maybe with VLC. With Nova and Plex players I wasn't able to output it. So just to remember, if you would want to play, that is actually not stated that this TV box could play True HD and DTS-X, but with KoDi we totally work. So bear in mind that KoDi, it's free. So if you would want to watch some True HD, Atmos and HDR10 Adaptive, so yeah, you better watch it with KoDi, because Plex and Nova doesn't work. Let me show you this HDR10 Plus once again. Actually, it's nice that here in the remote I could see here. So as you can see, it's 24 HDR10 Plus Adaptive. So we're totally getting HDR10 Plus Adaptive signal with DTS-X and auto frame rate. So it's nice. Of course, this TV box plays AV1, HEVC and VP9 codecs without any problem. I think I can even show you here from the YouTube. Okay, one moment. I think this was the HDR. Okay, it's changing the frame rate. Okay, so it is VP9. I think that there was like other video with AV1. Wait, I'm gonna find it and show you. I think I have to Google it like that. HDR channel. Your channel. HDR channel. ER channel. HDR video. I think this one should have like AV1 enabled. Okay, video formats. Yes, okay. So as you can see, I'm selecting AV1. It is buffering a little bit. Okay, now we're watching this video in AV1. So no problems with AV1, HEVC and VP9. This TV box could totally handle it. Let me select back VP9. Okay, so as you can see, everything works fine. Okay, so let's go next. So about Dolby Vision. So currently there is a bug in the firmware that should be fixed soon. So basically what is happening, if I'm selecting the input mode, I would expect it to match the SDR for SDR, DV for DV, SDR for SDR, but for some reason Dolby Vision gets disabled. So here I'm going to show you formats. Dolby Vision disabled. Okay, so if I would select the auto mode, my TV box will do a restart, but for some reason the Dolby Vision output will be in 8 bits. So for now, let's wait a little bit, and you could count how many seconds it takes to do a restart. So as you can see, now it's SDR. A few more seconds, it will change to the Dolby Vision. I just need to wait a little bit. Okay, we have Dolby Vision 8-bit RGB. So yeah. Right now, everything, the UI, the SDR content, SDR, the TV box will output it with the Dolby Vision layer or whatever. And so yeah, but it will be in 8 bits. One moment. Okay. So if we need to wait a little bit, it will boot up. But if I would, yes, one moment, display, video, if I would select the DV low latency 12 bits, it will output, okay, one moment, wrong button, sorry. If I would select the, yes, DV low latency mode, it will output everything in Dolby Vision same way, but it will be in 12 bits. So I guess there is like some mistake that should be fixed. I think there won't be any problems with that, but as you can see, if I click here, information about my signal input, let's wait for the TV box to restart. Okay, it's Dolby Vision and it's 12 bits, BT 2020, UCB CR422. So yeah, now it's in proper Dolby Vision mode. But if some of you have like Samsung TV which doesn't support Dolby Vision, for you it's not a big deal. But my TV, my Philips OLED 908 actually supports it. So I would expect to match the content dynamic range, SDR for SDR, DV for DV, and HDR10 for HDR10. Yeah. So yeah, let's wait for the firmware update, and when it will be released, I'll put link to the video under this description with the latest update, so you shouldn't be really worried. Yeah, so this TV box plays HDR, HDR10 and HDR10 Adaptive and Dolby Vision, but right now you should actually sorry, you should manually just select it, and yeah, so those were explanations from me about HDR and Dolby Vision. Okay, so one more thing that I was asked to test is how this TV box performs in the remote desktop mode. So basically here I have 1440p resolution and 60 FPS low latency, and I think it was HEVC decoder. So yeah, and basically what is important is that stream decoding time, and for 1440p 60 fps the average decoding time is 17 milliseconds. So the problem here is that I have old laptop which I'm running Civilization. It has like DDR3 memory and 1060 mobile GPU. So yeah, that is quite old GPU, and because of that there is a noticeable delay. But the average decoding time, that is what important, that is what this TV box is responsible for. So the average decoding time stays somewhere around 17 milliseconds. Yeah, so yeah, there is a delay, but this delay is due to my old laptop, which can't handle this game properly. Yeah, so maybe one day I will get a gaming PC which could output stream with lowest latency possible, but that's how it is. So basically for the 1440p there will be somewhere around 17 milliseconds of the decoding time. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so for the conclusion, this is actually quite nice TV box. It is totally Google certified. It can totally output Dolby True HD, DTS-X, Master Audio, DTS-HD with KoDi. So if you have some licensed files laying around and you want to watch them, you could totally use this TV box. Also, if you have your Netflix or Prime Video subscription, you could totally watch it in 4K. So that is actually quite nice. As for the not having 1 gigabit LAN, it is not that necessary for watching high bitrate content. As I showed you, this TV box could totally run JellyFish high bitrate video without any problem with Wi-Fi 6 or with USB Type-C Ethernet adapter. Yeah, and of course remote that you can use to power on your AV receiver, your TV, so you don't need many remotes. You can totally use this one, all-in-one remote, voice search, all the other things like Google Cast, your favorite app, and those things. That is actually quite nice. So of course I'm gonna be leaving a link to this TV box under video description. So basically, if you would want to purchase it, yeah, you could totally do it. And yeah, of course the EI upscale and stuff like that, it's nice to have them. So if you have any questions remaining about this TV box, you could totally write them down under the video description, or sorry, in the comment section. I will try to answer them if I know the answer. So yeah, I hope you could press your thumb up. Roman was with you. Have a nice day or evening, and goodbye.